As the road to WrestleMania 42 continues to heat up, every interview, every match, and every backstage comment is adding more fuel to the fire. And this time, it's Liv Morgan who has fans talking after opening up about her on-screen relationship with Dominik Mysterio and the wild stipulation that recently surrounded his pursuit of the Intercontinental Championship. In a candid and confident conversation, Liv didn't just react to the idea of Dominik potentially losing something as iconic as his hair and mustache. She doubled down on her belief that no matter what happens, Dirty Dom remains untouchable in her eyes. During her appearance on The Collection with Brad Gilmore, Liv Morgan was asked about the buzz surrounding Dominik's willingness to put his signature look on the line in order to reclaim the WWE Intercontinental Title from Penta. It's the kind of stipulation that instantly grabs attention in the world of WWE, where image and persona are just as important as in-ring ability. Dominik's mustache, in particular, has become a defining part of his current character, contributing to his transformation into one of the most entertaining and controversial figures on the roster. Liv's response was equal parts playful, supportive, and revealing. She didn't hesitate to praise Dominik, calling attention to his luscious locks and boldly claiming that he might have the world's greatest mustache. It was a statement delivered with humor, but also with a clear sense of admiration. According to Liv, Dominik's look isn't just appreciated, it's envied. She even pointed out how grown men react to him, emphasizing just how strong his presence has become, not just within WWE storylines, but among fans as well. What stood out the most, however, was Liv's unwavering confidence in Dominik. Rather than expressing concern about the possibility of him losing his hair or mustache, she made it clear that she wasn't worried at all. In her words, Dominik is a grown man who makes his own decisions, and she fully supports whatever he chooses to do. That dynamic, allowing Daddy Dom to be himself, has become a defining element of their on-screen relationship, one that blends loyalty, independence, and a shared sense of swagger. Liv went even further, suggesting that even in the worst-case scenario, if Dominik did lose his iconic look, it wouldn't really matter. In her eyes, he would still come out on top. She described him as someone who would still eat, a phrase that captures the idea that Dominik would continue to thrive regardless of the outcome. It's a mindset that reflects not just confidence, but a kind of unshakable belief in his star power. For Liv, there is no real downside, no scenario where Dominik truly loses. Interestingly, the situation itself took a different turn on WWE Raw. Dominik did get his rematch against Penta for the Intercontinental Championship, but the high-stakes stipulation involving his hair and mustache was ultimately not part of the bout. In the end, Penta emerged victorious once again, retaining the title and solidifying his position as champion. While Dominik didn't walk away with the gold, he also didn't have to sacrifice his signature look, which remains intact as part of his evolving persona. Even without the title, Dominik's character continues to grow. His willingness to even consider putting his appearance on the line speaks to a level of desperation and determination that adds depth to his storyline. It shows that he's willing to go to extreme lengths to prove himself, a trait that can either elevate him to new heights or push him into even more chaotic territory. And with Liv Morgan by his side, that journey becomes even more compelling. At the same time, Liv Morgan is focused on a massive opportunity of her own. As WrestleMania 42 approaches, she is set to challenge Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's World Championship in what promises to be one of the most exciting matches on the card. The event, set to take place at Allegiant Stadium in Paradise, Nevada, will serve as the perfect stage for Liv to prove that she belongs at the very top of the women's division. When asked about her mindset heading into that potential title win, Liv didn't hold back. She made it clear that she's not chasing anyone or anything. She sees herself as the one being chased. It's a bold statement, but one that perfectly aligns with her current character. Liv isn't positioning herself as the underdog or the hopeful challenger. She's presenting herself as the prize, the superstar everyone else wants a piece of. Her confidence extended to the idea of future title defenses as well. Rather than naming specific opponents or expressing a desire to face certain competitors, Liv framed the situation in a completely different way. She described herself as generous and charitable, someone who would be willing to defend her title against anyone who steps up. It's a subtle but effective way of reinforcing her status, suggesting that the entire division revolves around her rather than the other way around. This shift in attitude marks a significant evolution in Liv Morgan's character. Over the years, she has gone from being seen as an underdog fighting for recognition to someone who commands attention and respect. Her partnership with Dominik Mysterio has played a role in that transformation, giving her a platform to showcase a more confident, assertive side of her personality. Together, they've created a dynamic that feels both entertaining and unpredictable, keeping fans invested in their every move. As WrestleMania 42 draws closer, the stakes continue to rise for both Liv and Dominik. For Dominik, it's about redemption and proving that he can still compete at the highest level despite recent setbacks. For Liv, it's about seizing the moment and capturing the Women's World Championship, cementing her place among WWE's elite. Their stories may be unfolding in different parts of the card, but they remain connected through their on-screen relationship, each one influencing the other's journey in subtle ways. Liv's confidence in Dominik reflects her own mindset heading into WrestleMania, while Dominik's willingness to take risks mirrors the kind of boldness Liv is embracing as she prepares for her title opportunity. The WWE Universe is watching closely, not just to see who wins and who loses, but to see how these characters continue to evolve. Will Dominik bounce back from his loss and find a way to reclaim championship gold? Will Liv Morgan fulfill her prediction and walk out of WrestleMania as the Women's World Champion? And how will their relationship factor into everything that unfolds? One thing is certain, both Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio are operating with a level of confidence that makes them impossible to ignore. Whether it's through bold interviews, high-stakes matches, or unforgettable moments on weekly television, they continue to capture attention and keep fans guessing. As the lights shine brighter and the pressure builds heading into WrestleMania 42, every decision, every statement, and every match carries more weight than ever before. And in the middle of it all, Liv Morgan stands tall, unapologetic, and self-assured, ready to prove that she's not just part of the conversation, she is the conversation.